Alright, we're about 22 miles out from airport in northern Scotland, and I'm going to try to do a much better job at landing today than I did yesterday. I mean, I really landed hard. So, let's see if I can pull this off and do a better job. So we've been talking about the Great Commission. We've been talking about first steps in the journey of following Christ, and really want to start talking about, okay, with this newfound faith, what are the next steps? And one of the things that we want to teach you how to do is share your story with other people. It reminds me of a story where Jesus cast out thousands of demons out of this one guy in Mark chapter 5 verses 1 through 20. This guy was completely out of his mind, and when Jesus and his men hit the shore on the other side of the Sea of Galilee, this guy comes running up, falls down, begs Jesus not to torture him before his time. Jesus asks, "What is your name?" The demons respond, "Legion," for there are many of them. So they request permission to be cast out into the pigs. They go into the pigs run off the cliff and drown. The pig herders freak out. They go into town and tell everybody what happened. In the meantime, this guy that was full of demons is now in his right mind. He's clothed. And the people come out and see this, and they are freaking out. So they just ask Jesus to leave. But this guy who had been so powerfully delivered from these demons says to Jesus, "I want to go with you." But Jesus tells him this. He says, "No, I want you to go and tell your friends and family the great things that the Lord has done for you." Well, this guy turns around and he not only shares with his friends and his family, but he shares with 10 cities. And so, pretty amazing story and a pretty amazing response to that powerful deliverance that we see with Jesus. And so, very cool to see that kind of response. And, quite frankly, we ought to respond in like manner. Go out and tell people the great things that the Lord has done for you. So, one of the things that you ought to do is read Mark 5, 1 through 20, the story of the demoniac, and answer these two questions. First, who did Jesus tell this man to tell his story? And then secondly, who ended up hearing that story? It's quite amazing to answer those questions. And as a result, what we ought to do is identify everybody in our relational network and make it our goal to share with everyone that we personally know the great things that the Lord has done for us. All right, so we're going to go ahead and try to land this bad boy. Let me zoom in and see if I can see the airport in front of us. Should be about 10 miles up. There it is, off to the left. Let me go ahead and turn off the autopilot. We'll take it on. Alright. Slow it down. Let's bring our gear down. It's kind of a steep approach. That's okay. Caught it in time. 5 degrees of flap. We'll just line it up on the runway here. I'm going to dump a lot of air by just dumping power caution is all about. Need to bring our props to full speed so that we can have a good landing. Alright, looking good. Line up a little bit better. About 2,000 feet, that's good. Give it a little bit of power. Want to be landed at about 110 knots. See that as we make this turn, you're going to see the lights. Sometimes they're on both sides of the runway and sometimes they're just on one side. Looks like they're just on the left side of the runway here. And we'll be able to see, yeah, they're all white, so that means that we're too high on our approach. Those are visual approach path indicators. So we'll just drop a little bit more. Okay, I'm going to put some more flap in. Alright, that first red light came on. So we're getting to the altitude that we need to be at. That the ILS never kicked in, so we're going to fly
500
into, like I said, I hope to more power. Hope to do a lot better job of landing than I did yesterday. You'll be able to see on the left-hand side of the screen there how I did. It gives immediate feedback and a bit more power. Looking good. Better than yesterday. Okay. Hard landing. We'll do better next time. Let's pull around, use the taxi ways to figure out where our drop-off point is, find our van that we always know is going to take our folks to the hotel. So we were talking about who are you going to share this story with? We haven't taught you your story yet, but we will. And we really need to help you reach your friends and family for Jesus. And the way to do that is identify the relationships that you have. And then begin to share your story with them. So we're going to teach you not only who to share with, but what to say when you're sharing with them. Now, for some of you, that might seem a little bit scary, especially for those who have been in the faith for a while. It just seems like newer believers aren't as intimidated as much as older believers. And part of the reason for that is because it's very fresh in a new believer's mind what Jesus has done for them, that radical change in life, that they've been saved from their sins and sometimes from their circumstances. It's just awesome transformation in their life. All right, I see the Union Jack up front. That's where our van is going to be. And so brand new baby Christians usually have no fear. It's us older believers that are shrinking back. So I encourage you, be bold. Man, Jesus died for us and he radically changed our life. He's worthy of every bit of our obedience and service and worship. And certainly there's a lost and dying world out there that unless they hear, I mean, God can handle all that, but he's commanded us to go and tell our family and our friends. So, man, we ought to be bold about doing that. So I'm going to encourage you, once we teach you what to say, and now you know who to tell, and that you would take that in earnest and share the good news with everybody that you know. Alright, I'm going to pull around to the van here. Let our passengers get out, head to a nice Scottish hotel. Alright, thanks for flying. We're going to shut her down. And appreciate you, and we'll see you on the next flight. And until next time, keep making disciples until there's no place left.